Welcome back to the Huddle YouTube channel. I'm your host, Owen, and today we're going to be going over my day one draft grades. However, instead of making one long extended video where you're going to have to sit there and sift through each team and try to find where your team is talked about so you can watch about 5 minutes of a 40-minute video, I'm going to make individual videos for each team that picked in the first round. Now, if you were a team that had multiple picks, I'm going to talk about you guys in one video together with all your picks in there. If you just have one pick, it's going to be a shorter one. I'm just going to give my thoughts on your guys' pick and what you should be doing going forward with the draft. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. With the 23rd overall pick, the Minnesota Vikings took Jordan Addison, wide receiver out of USC. My personal wide receiver 2, he is undersized when it comes to, he's a little skinnier. He's a good route runner, good with the ball in his hands after the catch. I do think he struggles with press and things like that, so he might be better in the slot or just as that off man in the trip set. I don't think he's a number one receiver. Whereas other guys I can see as being outside number one receivers but lack some of the more dynamic things that Addison can do. I think Addison has the dynamics but isn't a number one guy that you want to trust to be on the outside and have a high volume of targets. Luckily, he's going to the Vikings where they have that guy already in place. So Addison can be that complementary piece for them. I just don't know how much this is going to improve their need or their, how much of a need this was when it comes to getting them over the hump. I don't think adding Jordan Addison is going to make them a Super Bowl team tomorrow. I think they probably should have focused more on the defense, which was really what brought them down last year. And with moving on from guys like Eric Kendricks and things like that, they probably should have focused more on that. I'm not going to hate this pick because I do like Jordan Addison. I do like where they got him in the draft. I do like that they filled their wide receiver 2 need, but I feel like they could have waited to fill that need later on in the draft and should have focused on more high-end defensive talent, which is going off the board pretty frequently. But there was also running wide receivers here, and if this was the guy they liked, they had to snag him. I just want to hope it wasn't the 3 wide receivers they did go, and they're like, well, there's only one other wide receiver we kind of can stand in the first round, so let's take him. I would say just go with your next best available player and then grab wide receiver you like in the second round as opposed to that. So I don't know if it's because they were panicked because of the 3 wide receivers that went right before him, or if it's because they genuinely had Jordan Addison on their board and that's who they were targeting anyway. I still think this is kind of a meh pick. So let's go with a B- just because I like the talent and where they got him at. And it was a need. It just wasn't their top priority need.